Hello, hello, you lot. How you all doing? I hope you're all fine and dandy. So, we got the MP9. Small mod today. I got this. I bought this from Active Scale Models. I actually ordered it. I didn't go down to the shop. I actually ordered it about 2 years ago. But I didn't order this. The story is I ordered a fuel filter. And a fuel cooler. The fuel filter was going to go on this, and the cooler was going to go on another. I think it was going to go on the Savage, if I remember correctly, something like that. But what happened was he phoned me up and he said, we haven't got any of the filters in stock, so I'll send you an all-in-one filter and cooler. So I was like, oh, all right, fair enough, send me that then. And it was £6 bloody 95. Look, Jesus. The money, man, I bet it's even more expensive nowadays. I don't know why there's a star on it, but anyway, so that's been sitting in the shelf, excuse me, for about 2 years. I just haven't got round to putting it on. So let's stick it on, and yeah, like I say, just a little mod today, but that's what we're doing. Little mod, little fuel cooler. I'm sure he told me it's a filter as well, but it says on there it's just a cooler. But I thought he said it was a filter as well, but I dare say it does something. Anyway, so let's take the body off, cut the fuel line, stick that on and see what happens. Oh, bloody hell. Got a lot of clutter around here recently. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's take this off. I'm still working on the carburetor problem. Well, it's not a problem, is it? But I'm still working on trying to find a better carburetor for this so that we can try and tune this little engine, but every shop that I go to and ask, they just say there's no point in putting it on. But I know that there's little point, but I want to do it for fun, you know, and I think I'm convinced we'll get some improvements. I mean, you know, I am convinced we will get some improvements. I know that it won't be drastic, but I just want to do it for fun. But they're all like, there's no point, and we don't sell the carbs, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so there we go. That's what we've got. It's got little fins on it, look, and it cools the fuel as it goes past it, because as we know, the way that these engines work is that the fuel pump is the engine itself. The whole thing is a system, so the exhaust gases come out, and there's a little baffle in here which then pushes some of the fumes down this pipe into the top of the fuel tank, which then pressurizes the fuel tank, pushes it out the back, and then pushes the fuel out, I should say, out the back into the carb, into the engine, and then the whole thing starts again. So it goes without saying that the fuel in there does heat up, because obviously the hot fumes are going in there, and it will start to heat the fuel up. And the colder the fuel, the better, in, you know, reasonably, the better. So we want to put that in line on this side, so it cools the fuel. Trouble is, this line is very short, but luckily I have got a nice length here of fuel line. The only thing is, it's not silicone fuel line, it's rubber. Well, not rubber, I don't know what it is actually, but it's not the same. And we'll have to see if it's going to fit over there. It does fit, just not very well. Yeah, it does fit on, just not quite as well as this silicone stuff. So that's a shame. I was hoping that was going to work. What's this one? Oh, that's a lot less. I might have to nick a fuel line off of another car. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Let me just see if I can nick a longer bit of the silicone stuff off of another car. Right, so let's just have a look. I've got a Nitro Rush here. Let's just see. I know I put a new fuel line on this the last time when I was trying to get it to run properly. I wonder if that was going to be like. I put a new air filter on it. I know I put a new fuel line on it, but the trouble is you have to take the tank out. Just got a message back from Wheel Spin Models, And they said it sounds like a cool idea with because I explained that I want to make a YouTube couple of YouTube videos on tuning the K21 engine, and they said it sounds like a cool idea. Let us know when you've done the videos and we'll have a look. So they're not particularly interested in trying to help me find a carburetor. So wheel spin models are out of the question. So now we just got to go with try and find somewhere else that sells carburetors, and they're able to tell me the measurements so I can see whether it's going to fit on the engine. But anyway, let's have a look at this one. I think that's going to be the same length, isn't it? That's the same length as that, I think. If we just put that on there, it's not going to be able to bend enough. Right, I'm going to sabotage this rush. I'm going to take the tank out and take the fuel line off of it. Right, so I sabotaged it. It's pretty much the same bloody length. It's a bit longer. I wonder where would be. So I've got to better have enough where you put that on there. Oh. If you put that on there, we've got to better have enough for the line to bend and go on. I reckon that'll be right. Right, we'll cut it. We'll stick that on there. Right. I reckon that will be enough. Let's get something to cut it with. Let's put that there. About there, I reckon. That should be enough, and it should better bend around. And if this don't work, I'll have to go and buy another load of fuel line, and we'll just put a really long line on it. But you don't really want a really long line, you just want a line, really. You don't really want a really long line on it, but anyway, it is what it is. You can stick a little cable tie on it as well, just so it stays. Has it got a flow? A flow way? No, it doesn't say what way it should particularly flow, so we'll just stick it like that. And then that can go on there. And, like that. I'll cut that off in a minute with a snipper. Come here. Blimey, man. Tricky, man. Tricky one. Alright, let's take this little bit of line. Oh, drop it on the floor. Always want to drop your fuel line on the floor before you fit it. That's good practice. Stick that on there. That on there. Needs a longer line, doesn't it? Flapping around like that. That looks ridiculous. But I'll get longer line, I think. I'll get a longer bit of fuel pipe. But for now, that'll do. I'll just sit there like that and flap around. Hit the exhaust. The exhaust will heat the cooler up, and then the cooler will be heating rather than cooling. Oh, dearie me. What a funny life we live, eh? What a funny old life we live. Right, we'll use that one, I think. Don't really need a cable tie it, but I don't know, I just feel like it. I feel like it. Right, where's my snippers? Right, pair of side cutters. Snip off that last little bit. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Well, there we go. I don't know. Where's that bottle of fuel gone? Stick a little bit of. See, this engine's been running on 30%, and this is 20%. Probably 20% water as well, but we'll stick that in there. Fill it right up, why not? There you go. Brimmed. Brimmed it with 20 now, so. Right. So, ho. Let's take that off of there. And we should, hopefully, you'll be able to see the little fuel go through if I'm not in the way. Don't know whether you saw it, but I saw it. I was probably in the way. I probably looked like a fish, didn't I? Anyway, where's the transmitter? There's the transmitter. Turn the old transmitter on. I put that little bit of fuel line, I'll put that in my toolbox. That way I've got a spare bit of fuel line, I'll put it in the toolbox. Right, turn this on. And then we got, oh. There we go. Throttle. Glow starter. Let's see what happens. Just what I thought. You bastard. Well, it definitely needs a tune up on that 20% fuel. Unless we got an air leak around that carb that I took off the other day. Might have. Anyway, there we go, you lot. A little fuel cooler. And, yeah, that's it. A fuel cooler. That's all we've done. We've added a fuel cooler. And maybe a filter. Is it a filter? I don't know. But it does something. And that's just going to flap around there like that. And do its job, probably. Hopefully. It's a bit annoying that that line there hits that head. It's probably going to burn a hole through it. But, I don't know. I might have to take that off, actually. And put the old bit of line back on it and then get along a bit. I might have to. I probably will. Bit of a bastard, really, but it's a bit shit, isn't it? I wonder if I might undo that, actually, and turn it. So it's facing outwards. Instead of facing up, it faces out. Then it'll be like that. That'll be better, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Hang on, hang about. Right, so I've got a little spanner. It's a 7mm. And that should undo that. That should turn that. Oh, it just turns it anyway. There you go. Turns that round there a little bit. Now it's just hitting on the exhaust. Could put a cable tie around it to hold it so it's like that. Maybe. Do we really want it hitting the exhaust? Not really, because it'll put a little hole in it, won't it, and stuff. It's a bit shit in it. It just needs a longer line. It's as simple as that. It needs a longer line. Let's stick a cable tie around there. And I will go. I haven't got any more fuel line, obviously. But I don't know if Active Scale is stocking fuel line. If they are, I'll buy some. from them. It's a bit shit that they don't stock Nitro stuff anymore, man. It isn't any good. I don't know why they're not stocking Nitro stuff. They're my local shop, man, and I like buying stuff from them. So I am a bit gutted that they don't do Nitro as much anymore, really. Because I'd like to just better go down there, get whatever I want, and have a happy life, you know. Support a local shop, but there we go. Anyway, I cable tied that to there just for now to stop that, and I've moved that, so that don't hit that anymore. That don't hit that, and I'll buy a longer length of line, and it can come up around here, yeah. And I'll have to cable tie it to the air filter or something. I don't know. I might just let it flap, but at least it won't be hitting stuff, you know. But that's all right. That's fine there for now. Anyway, thanks for watching, you lot. There we go. The MP9. I was going to say something about... what was I going to say? I've forgotten what I was going to say now. I don't know. It'll come to me at some point and I'll say it in another video. So, there we go. I might, in the future, I want to upgrade them servos. But for now, I'm going to concentrate on the engine for now. I really want just to play around with the engine and the clutch and all of that. Get that, you know, I like engines more than the rest of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll catch you on the next one, you lot. Thanks for watching. All the best. Ciao for now, you lot. Right, so just quickly before you go, it's running now, but it wouldn't run with that on. For some reason, it just wouldn't run. So I put the old line back on, and now, after a big fight, she's running. So I had to do a lot of messing around. I thought, oh, no, I'll do. I'll start it up, might go for a blast up the road, and yeah, it just wouldn't run. Like, I got it running, but it was running really like shit, like crap, you know. Kept going a bit lean, and I was trying to mess around with the needle a bit, and then it would just stalled, cut out, and it wouldn't start. So I'm playing around with it. I took the carb off, trying to work out why it wouldn't start, because the fuel was going through this. And it was going into the carb, you know, the plug was wet, the carb was full. I couldn't work out why. But then I thought, right, the only thing I've changed is this. So I put the old fuel line back on, took this off, and put up a little bit of a fight again, but then it burst into life, and now she's running. So, for some reason, it won't run with this cooler on. But I'm still going to get a longer bit of line, put it round, and have it a longer bit of line, so it's not all cramped and bent up. And then we'll see, maybe it will run like that. But yeah, as soon as I took it off, she fired up after a little bit of a fight. But I think it's because it's flooded, because I kept trying to start it. And once I unflooded it, it was alright. So yeah, that's a bit of an update, so that was completely pointless really. But there we go. Anyway, catch you later on.